Hey everybody, this is Jenny with Budget Determined, and we are still in Camp Nowhere for those of us, yeah, me and my multiple personalities. Those of you guys who have been following my journey, you guys know that we're out camping in the middle of nowhere for a couple weeks. I've mostly been hanging out in the trailer doing journaling and reading and stuff like that, with the occasional ride on the quad with my husband. But normally this is a budgeting channel, but it's also a combination of a channel about the goings on in my personal life a little bit, because, well, quite a bit, because everything in our lives contribute to our budgeting journey. So I don't know how else to put it, because I am, for those of you that don't know, I am a chronic spoonie. I have rheumatoid arthritis, really aggressive rheumatoid arthritis, and I have fibromyalgia, along with some other things that I deal with. But now, if you've been following on my Instagram, you see the photo of me trying on different pairs of glasses. These are not the ones I chose. I'm just not wearing them because that ring light in my eyes is irritating my eyes. So, but I went to the eye doctor, and this will probably be the last post that I do from here in the in the middle of Camp Nowhere, because, well, we're only going to be here for another day or two, and I will post a few more pictures and stuff on my Instagram. But I went to the eye doctors, and well, I first get to the eye doctors. No, I don't. I get to town, and where my eye doctor is, and my daughter lives in town there, and she called me and wanted to go to me with my appointment. And I know where my daughter lives. I know where she lives, and I forgot how to get to her place, which is just crazy because I really know where she lives. I had to call her 3 times to figure out how to get there. Once I got there, I picked her up, and she went with me to the appointment, and we get into the appointment, and I forget my birthday checking in. It came to me and I figured it out, but I struggled with it. I've known my birthday forever. And then I forgot my phone number, and my daughter had to help me with my phone number, and I was writing it in the home phone number area, and after she helped me, I realized that right next to it was a cell phone number area, and it had my phone number in it. So I went to the bathroom and cried, because it's hard being there, struggling with the brain fog and the mental. It's a major mental struggle to sit there and have your children watch you. In some ways, to me, it feels like a deterioration, or struggling. I don't know what the best word for it is. But it's been rough, and I've still been working with my lawyer, trying to get things filled out there for, I can't remember the word right now, where you go back and you ask them to look over your denial again, and you appeal? That's it, appeal. And so I'm working on that, but I'm all over the place right now. I'm sorry, you guys. But I get in with the eye doctor's assistant. She's running the tests and scans and stuff. Then she takes me in, tries the different lenses, trying to have me read things on the board, etc. And she's asking me things. I'm giving her the answers as best I can. And she says she wants to do another scan on my eyes. She does another scan on my eyes, comes back, tries doing the letter testing again, has me take a piece of paper measurement thing and hold it in front of my face where I read things, and then tell me how I'm reading the things, etc. So I'm telling her what I'm seeing, and how where the letters aren't clear, because I'm trying to get, the best lenses possible so I can see clearly again. I can tell something's not right because her face and the way that she's responding. So I tell her what the letters on the screen look like and what I'm seeing, and she finishes up her stuff, asks me a couple more questions, and she says, okay, the eye doctor will be in with you in a few minutes. And I was like, well, aren't you gonna, like, so you don't have a lens that's gonna help me see clear? And she's like, I do my part, and then the doctor comes in and does like the fine, does the rest. And so I'm like, okay. So she goes out, doctor comes in, he does his tests and stuff, asks me questions, etc. And he has me read the stuff, has me tell him what they look like, etc. So same thing as I did with her. We finish up, and I asked him again, I'm like, so, do you have a lens that's going to help me see clear? And he says, we can get you a lens that helps you see the clearest for you to see possible. He tells me that I need to go for more extensive testing, but they don't have a lens that's going to help me see clear. And he's pretty certain that I have permanent damage to my retina, and that all they can do is get me the best lens possible to see for me to see the clearest that I can right now, and try to do what they can to slow down the progression of my retina problems. And so again, management. But with how I'm seeing and stuff, I'm on the restrictions of I'm only allowed to drive during daylight hours, and I'm only allowed to drive very locally to my house. So I'm kind of feeling like one of those kids where, the parents say, you need to be in before dark, that's your curfew. But the thing is that around here, like, dark could be at 3:30 p.m. During the winter months. So that, yeah. My 15-year-old son doesn't have those restrictions, but he also doesn't have his license, so he needs a licensed driver to drive with him. I have kids and family around me that have driver's licenses, but I feel like I'm losing more and more of my independence, and having to rely on others more and more, which is very incredibly difficult for me. I hate asking for help. That's really outside my comfort zone. So yeah, so that's kind of the update, and I am struggling with it. I have had full-blown breakdowns, and I am doing my best not to break down here on camera. You guys have seen me crying mess on here so many times already. I don't want that to be a regular thing. I have found myself crying so much more in the past while with this journey and everything. than I think I ever have. I've always prided myself in being this strong person, and I correlated this strength with not crying, and I don't correlate those together anymore, but I also, like, I feel like if I'm crying every day, like, just that's just not who I thought that I was. But maybe it's who I'm becoming for a while right now. Maybe I just need like a total flush out, cleansing, whatever. But it's getting cooler out here at camp. We're still staying warm in the camper. Puppies and Prim are still absolutely doing fantastic. Our cat at home that's staying with our other family members, he's Dobby. You guys have seen him if you've been following my journey. But he is missing us. But he's a indoor-outdoor cat at our house, and so it really wasn't a situation where we could bring him out with us into the woods, because I don't want to take a chance on losing him. I'd rather keep him where we know he knows the area and he's safe. So yeah, but I've been doing my self-love book. It has not been easy. She hits on some really hard subjects for me, but she also asks some questions, and I've been to a lot of counselors and a lot of therapists and stuff, and that's like, I don't care about the stigma out there, because it has been very hard for me in the past to talk about my mental health struggle and everything with it. But given the fact that I'm going through this whole physical journey as well, and things have been even struggling more, and the thing is if your struggle is not the physical spoony chronic illness thing, still please find somebody to talk to. It helps so much. And I don't talk to people around where I live very much, like people I know, and that's still not a super comfortable area for me. And it's probably because they've seen me, they know me in my really strong, being able to do dance-offs, etc. This proud go-getter, like, I had so much that I wanted to do in the future, and I was working hard and busting it. Single mother of 4, and going to college full-time, working full-time, and working overtime, plus cleaning some houses on the side, and chopping firewood, and slinging the firewood around. And I was buff, and I could do all of this physical hiking, like long mile hikings and stuff. I did photography, I played the guitar, I played the piano, I did so many things, and now it's really a flip side, and I think it's more of an issue with my struggle in my head, and I really should probably put myself out there. But again, it's outside the realm of my comfort zone. I'm going to have to push myself out of that and find somebody to talk to. I was hoping to find like a support group for the rheumatoid arthritis, or people with debilitating challenges, that we all could help each other out and be there to support each other in this journey. And I don't have a lot of that around where I live. I don't know of any support groups. I've looked and I can't find any. I'm sure they're out there. I'm sure they exist, but I don't know where they are, and I don't know who's putting them on, and I don't know how to resource that. But I do know that I have some fellow supporters that understand me here in this community, and I so appreciate that, that connectiveness and this mutual journey of dealing with those struggles, plus trying to do this budget debt-free thing. And I'm worried about the future for a little while. I know that we're going to get out of debt, but I'm worried over the next little bit. Taking care of the bills and stuff in the meantime, between now and when we get disability approved, because I don't know how long that's going to be. But I do know that whatever it is, we'll figure it out. And even if we have to go back in debt a little bit temporarily, I had to put my glasses on credit card. I don't know if I'll necessarily have to keep them on credit card. I have not been dealing with a whole lot of money out here in the boondocks, so I need to go back where I have a strong signal and all of my records and figure everything out there. So I'll let you guys know what I do manage to figure out there, because I do want to move forward with this journey. But if we have to go into debt a little bit for the medical stuff and just kind of keep pushing and moving forward for a while, and then swipe and pay it off with when disability does come in, then so be it. Health certainly takes priority, and now I know Dave Ramsey says, like, don't step foot inside a restaurant if you're on baby step number 2 or number 1 or anything like that. And I do understand why. I support the intent behind it. It's to really be intentional and be focused on that goal, and to put everything you possibly can into it. Like, just be, so incredibly determined at getting debt free. And I think it's hard because some people can limit themselves to a certain amount of money for eating out or whatever. And I'm not going to criticize anybody on their choices there. It's going to affect them, not me. So, but I also look at everything that I've been through in my journey and all the things that I planned on doing for the future. And I'm only 41 at this age. I've only been driving 25 years, and I've already lost the ability to drive at night and in the dark, and longer distances too, because I can't read street signs. So yeah, my point here though is that I really think it comes down to balance, and self-control is going to be absolutely crucial for that, because you have to be able to stop yourself at certain points and keep yourself within those limits. But you really never know what's going to happen, and I understand that that's part of Dave Ramsey's point there, but at the same time, like, there are things that I want to see that I'm like, right now I'm just hoping that I'll still be able to read a book in 20 plus years. And I don't know what the future there is going to look like for me. Like I said, I'll have to do further testings, but they could not find a lens at all that helped me see completely clear, and that's scary. Losing my physical abilities, I'm struggling with my mental abilities, and now my visual abilities. So I've got challenges on I've got challenges on every front of my body and my life. Sorry guys, I'm trying. So I think you really need to allow yourself times where you still live a little. Like I said, you never know. And I kept holding off on so many things because I was like, oh, I'm going to do that at this point when I'm debt free again. And I was hoping that I would have more years working and keep my career longer. And no, my medical stuff had other plans. So yeah, you never know. So I would still say to live a little and make some of those memories. I'm already a little bit past 20 minutes though. But yeah, if you're on this journey, stay strong. I'm there with you. Whether it's financial or chronic or any of it. And you can feel free to message me on my Instagram. All that's posted down below. I'm hoping to be more active on here as I can. I'm hoping that my body allows me to. When I get back home, I've learned being out here, living in this small space, and with this very minimalist, most entirely every item very essential in this trailer. I'm gonna go home and minimize even more and simplify even more. And I think a lot of that's going to be a focus for me on this next year. And I'm really going to have to rein in make lists of my cans and my can'ts, and really crucially build my support team and get it pinned down as to this person's helping me with this and this person's helping me with that, etc. I don't know what that looks like. I really don't. If any of you guys have figured out things that worked for you, please shoot me a message on Instagram and let me know how you went through the process of adapting and adjusting and figuring out the whole support system thing. And I know that everybody's journey is different, but I would like to understand and evaluate every option possible. So yeah. So I will see you guys later. Happy budgeting. Stay magic. Bye.